Make sure this is where we're at. All right, hey everybody, it's Colin. We're gonna hang out here for a second today. Just kind of hang out, chat for a bit. I want to see if I can get my. Where did my chat go? I lost my chat over here. Anyway, so I was just looking through some of these bets, getting excited. Shoot, it's not up here. I lost my chat. They bailed on me. Anyway, whatever. I Dang it, that's a major bummer because I was hoping to get some feedback from you guys. Hoping to have you guys help me make some bets. So one of the things, we're going to go through a lot of them today, but there are two bets that we have to do pretty soon. And one of them is the Caesars put $100. I talked about it yesterday. Put $100 on an NBA bet $100 over the course of this time. And you get a $150 gift card to buy an NBA jersey. So I was going to have you guys pop on in here, help me make a Bulls bet. Are they playing today? I'm pretty sure they're playing today. I was wearing my Bulls jersey. This was mostly just excitement about the NBA tonight because it's a big part of a lot of our bets today. But I was going to have you guys help me make a bet on Caesars. And then I was also going to ask for your feedback, and it looks like we might have to do this tomorrow because I lost my little chat bar and I can't see what you guys are saying. But if I can figure this out, again, this is kind of a new program for me. So I'm still kind of messing around, seeing what we have. But let's see. Does that give it to me? No, that just makes it go full screen. I don't know, guys. I don't know, man. Let's see. Chat, let's go. Let's go. We got it pulled up. Look at that. All right, cool. I'm basically a tech genius. Hire me for any of your, like if you need me to hack into the Pentagon, basically like take over YouTube or figure out how to put a chat up on a basic program. I can do any and all of those things. So this is a good day. Good day. All right. Sorry. So that's basically, so now that I have chat, we are going to hop into it. Yeah, let's go. Let's talk about our bets. Alrighty, so I'm going to toss you guys back on over here so you're looking at my screen. And we're going to pull up here. So here we go. So let's go through our daily summary just like normal. And then toward the end, we can talk about some different fun bets. Maybe throw down a couple of these NBA same game parlays because, as we'll talk about, we have to throw 20 of them down. We talked a little bit about it yesterday, but yeah. So we're gonna try to knock out a few because we have 7 days to knock out 20. So I'm gonna have you guys help me pick a couple. I made one today. I already made one. It's the same bet as Sam, but I want to see if you guys could help me pick. So let's, again, hop into this thing. We're going to start at Fanduel. Fanduel, this is the same thing we've done a number of times now because it's always profitable. You are putting your Fanduel, your same game parlay, college basketball parlay. You're doing the 4 legs, minus 200-ish each, as close to that minus 200 as you can. And you put 4 legs down, you get up to about plus 400. If you hit all but one, you get your money back. So let's pop on over here. Look at what we had for the day. See, man, this has been freaking out. It doesn't like to see, find my location in here for some reason. But I already put these bets down. I was prepared today. So you guys should be able to see, the picks I have for the day, for FanDuel. So once this loads, we'll go ahead and show y'all. All right, so these are my picks for the day. Yeah, I know. You don't like me. It's okay. So the 4-leg parlay, I got Belmont minus 2.5. In general, with a lot of these, if I can get the minus 200 closer to, like, if it's like, hey, we've got like a 6-7 point game, and I can move it up to basically a one-shot game, I like to do that because if the game is close-ish, but the favorite is winning already, they're in the lead, then oftentimes that free throw game down to close the game will push it to that. If it's 2 points, 3 points, really once you hit 4 and they start fouling, then it'll push it down to 6, 7, sometimes 8. So I really like to get that -2.5 spread because basically you need a shot at the buzzer. And while this does happen a lot in college basketball, it's more, it's one of those reactionary feelings where we get really excited about it. It's on Sports Center, so it looks like it happens all the time, but really there are 20 games every night, and maybe it happens once, twice a week. So it is still pretty rare for those last second shots. Anyway, continuing. I also have Georgetown -7.5. Again, I moved this in favor of the favorite, so I just moved the line down a little bit. So it's down to -7.5. And then I have Ohio money line and Wright State money line. Look at all these kind of oddball games we get to watch tonight. This will be a lot of fun. If you guys are like me and a lot of other sports betting fans, you guys enjoy watching the sports that you bet on. However, as we talk about here at PromoGuy, that is not a requirement, right? You don't have to be a sports fan to make money doing this whole PromoGuy thing. You can profit, take advantage of it, and not watch a single thing. You cannot like sports at all and then look in your bank account or in your Fanduel or whatever account and see that money just churning up. So it is still something that if you're like me, you're going to watch a bunch of crazy games tonight. But you can still benefit from this without watching a single game. All right, so that is our 4-leg parlay for tonight. Let's have some good luck. If you guys are following me, let's go. But we're moving on. All right, so we're going down to DraftKings, and we also have Caesars. It is a slow night tonight, which is why at the end of the stream today, while I'm still on, I want to open it up for Q&A. That is something that I wanted to do last time and ended up ending the stream a little bit early, so I apologize to y'all who were trying to take part in that. But we will today. All right, so DraftKings next. NBA same game, bet and get. This is the same thing as we did last week, except this time we have to throw down a lot more. We have to throw down 20 bets, but we're also getting reimbursed for it with 150. You guys will actually see I received a number of free bets. So when you guys open this, you'll see I got free bet, bunch of crazy stuff. You guys will see these are longer odds that I threw them on. That is on purpose. That's the most beneficial as far as in theory, right? Way to take advantage of a free bet because you don't get the money back on the free bet. So you're just taking that small amount and trying to take full advantage of it. The way to further emphasize that is OddsJam. OddsJam is a fantastic resource. It's something that Sam and I use. And these are actually all, when you compare them to Pinnacle, these are bets that are in our favor. So not only am I taking advantage of them by throwing them on longer odds kind of bets, but these are also technically advantageous to us because the line differential between the places was moved in favor of DraftKings. So DraftKings had these as longer odds. All that talking to say, hey, look at this. We got our first same game parlay of the day. We are riding with the Cavs today. Rockets are fun to watch because they're young and bad. And I don't know about you guys, but I like watching young, bad teams because it's fun to see them grow. But we are riding with the Cavs today. We're going money line plus 2.5 in the first quarter and plus 0.5 spread in the first half. Basically what this does is it's basically a money line, but it also covers a tie. So if it's tied at halftime, we still win that bet. All right, so we will come back to this because I'm gonna pop off of this screen and I'm gonna just talk to you guys and go to chat, and we're gonna make a few more of those. But that will be after we come back from Caesars. Hey, look, that's my email. Again, if you guys want to shoot me emails ever, ask questions when I'm not on the stream, feel free. The reason that Sam and I are doing this is to try to help you guys further understand and just make educated bets. So if you guys have any questions, you don't just have to blow up Sam's Twitter. It's a great way to do it. But if you guys want to hit me up too, that is A-okay with me. So these are our bets today. So for the promotion, it is bet $50 on all three of these games and get a $50 free bet at the end. So again, this is profitable. We picked the profitable side on each of these where the line was a little bit in favor of these teams. So we went with the underdog. We went with the Coyotes, the Kraken, and the Blackhawks. Personally, I have become a big fan of the Kraken this year. So if Caesars ends up doing one of these bets where you can get the gift card and it's based on betting hockey. Maybe I'll do it with this one, but I like it more when it's connected to the sport. So if they do one where it's connected with hockey, I will absolutely be getting a Kraken jersey. They're just kind of dope. I don't know. If you guys watch hockey, it's a fun way to go. So those are all of our bets today. Again, it's a slow day, so I'm actually gonna pop back over here. We're gonna look at the chat. We don't have anybody in chat today. That's okay. But I'm gonna hang out here for about 6 more minutes at least. If you guys have any questions, any type of Q&A, you guys want to help me pick a bet, shoot it up in the chat. Send it on over, and yeah, we will go ahead and go with that. While we're waiting, you know what, I'm gonna go on my phone, because I don't want to bail on you guys on the screen. But oh hey, we added BetMGM. Samuel, what do we have on BetMGM? I just got a text from PromoGuy, the PromoGuy. Oh, we have a first basket score. Ooh, you guys want to do that one with me? All right, let's do that one. We'll do that one together. All right, we're going to BetMGM. Let's see. Internet always killing me. It's slow, man. It's okay. I mean, it's okay. I'm a happy camper. It's enough to power my Xbox and get the games going, but it's struggling back here in this room. All right, so. Oh, what are you doing? Ooh, you detected something suspicious. What? You gonna freak out on me because I'm logging out of my computer? You're kidding. That's my old email. Look at that. I have that from when I was a kid. I used to love the word munchkin. I don't know why. I was scared of the things from the Wizard of Oz. I was scared of Wizard of Oz. Actually, guys, if you haven't been there, we're gonna actually reference that in another YouTube video. But Wizard of Oz is a great website for all the casino side of things. So when you're looking at blackjack, we'll have a video. I'll have a video coming out where I talk about how to properly take full advantage of blackjack and basically just increase your odds there, like when to hit on what hand, when to double down, all that stuff. But Wizard of Odds is a good website for all of those games where they talk about the odds when using these casino games. So if you want to know the RTP, the return to player of a casino game, of slots or whatever, you can find those all. If you want to find the ideal game strategy for blackjack or many other games, you can go to Wizard of Odds. So even though I said it wrong, and this all came from Munchkins, even though I said it wrong, it did actually lead into a pretty good point. So here's what we're gonna do. We have let me see. We got all these things flying across my screen up top. We have a first basket score. Is that what Sam said? You guys, let's see. You guys see my text blowing up? Where is that? Is that it? Did I just pass it? First basket score Wednesday. All right, let's do this thing. So we're receiving our stake back up to $25. Again, if you guys want to, in the chat, go ahead, put what bets you guys think I should throw down. What bets you guys think I should throw down in the chat for whether it's the parlays, the same game parlays on DraftKings, or if you have a bet you think I should throw down that you're just like, heck yeah, Cruzel, let's go. Throw it down on Caesars. I'm super confident in this one. You know what, man? Let's have some fun. I'll follow you. It does, because you're not allowed to do this, the Caesars to get the jerseys. You can't do the promo bets, don't count. So if you're doing it for a different promotion, it doesn't count. So we're just gonna throw it on a fun bet there. So if you guys have something you like, let me know. We'll bet it. All right, so we're gonna throw $25 down on first basket score, and let me see, because Sam's texting me, so I'm assuming he's doing some research here. Ooh, he's talking about optimal bet sizing. Nice. I love it. Heck yeah. You know what? I will throw that in the chat. Let me see. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna pull this up because Sam's texting me and he wants me to add this to the chat. We're gonna copy that. Check this out, guys. Hey, what's up, Arvant? Yeah, it looks like you're making picks based on EV, but are you also using any models or stats analysis? So no, that's a good question. So I'm sure you guys just saw when I pulled Sam's text. This is just straight numbers. This is not something that we are creating. This is something that if you guys wanted to, you could do this at home. This is just taking the basically just plus EV bets, right? So it's taking promotions, taking full advantage of those. It's when odds are moved or out of whack and in our favor, taking full advantage of those. It's calculating boosts to see if they truly are plus EV or if they're based on wacky lines or if they're just basically compensating for the edge and making it an even bet, because even bet is still not profitable for us in the long run. We want it to be plus EV, not even EV. So yeah, this is not any of our own models or stats analysis. We are basically taking what Vegas says, right? So Vegas says, hey, they're the sharpest Pinnacle. We talk about Pinnacle. Pinnacle is the sharpest book in the history of all this stuff. They are across the board. Obviously, they've made millions and millions and millions of dollars. Vegas has in general off of this stuff. So they're accurate, right? So we're just taking their accuracy and using it against them. We aren't saying, hey, we're smarter than them in any way. What we're doing is we're saying, hey, you guys are pretty smart, and we're going to use that to our advantage, right? So we are not. Ooh, I got caps in the under. All right, that's what we're throwing. Which one? Which would? Oh, you. Yeah. Okay. Quiz, you gotta let me know more about that caps in the under. What are you looking for there? But yeah, Arvant. So that is basically what we are. We are not something. We did not come up with our own model. We did not come up with stats analysis. Now, that doesn't mean we don't do that on our own for fun, but that is not what we are putting out here. We want to put out something a little bit more reliable than saying, hey, I'm a smart guy. We're putting out something that you guys can follow, and that's why it's something that we think is really trustworthy, because we're not just saying, hey, trust some guy, one guy doing his own thing. We're saying trust Vegas, the thing that's been around forever and making a ton of money, and just use it to your advantage. All right, so I got an update from Sam on the best picks here for the first basket score. We're looking at Valanciunas and Jaren Jackson. Ooh, we are absolutely going Jaren Jackson Jr. as a Spartan. Come on, we can't not. So we're going to go over to the Grizzlies, and we're going Jaren Jackson plus what? Plus 650 it looks like. Yeah, that'll be fun. So for those who have not been following for a long time, like it looks like Arvant, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right. If I'm not, please let me know. But we are big Michigan State fans between the two of us. We actually met at Michigan State, and we go to games all the time. We'll be down at the bowl game in Atlanta this year for football. I'm going to the Michigan State game in Chrysler, and I'm really excited about that one because so my sister goes to U of M. Sorry, little tangent here while we put this bet in. My sister goes to U of M, and her boyfriend's a big Michigan guy. He went there, and we placed a bet on the football game this year. And I don't know if you guys know this, but Michigan State, they beat Michigan this year. And we put a little bet, and we said, hey, we're going to go to the game together, the Michigan State basketball game. And loser of the football game has to wear the other team's colors during the basketball game. So if you see me at the Michigan State basketball game, this will be at Chrysler Arena. You will see why did I go to the Bucks? I need to go to the Grizzlies. Guys, see, I'm telling stories. But you'll see a Michigan fan wearing a Michigan State jersey, and I will be one proud son of a gun. All right, where are we at? There we go. Grizzlies, all the way down here. So let's see. So again, just to update those who are just like, what on earth are you doing right now? Well, for one, we're just kind of hanging out, right? That's one of the fun things about a stream is you can pop in, pop out, get an update if you want it. But then you can also get information on the bets. So what we're doing right now is on BetMGM, there is a first scorer, or first field goal score of the game. And after a little bit of looking around, it looks like Jaren Jackson Jr., who is an ex-Spartan, is one of the most profitable plays for this promotion. So we're going to go ahead, throw that down there. It's 25 bucks. See? Pulled out all my money after all the free bets I hit. And so we're going to put that down, 25 bucks to pay out 187.50. We're going to go ahead and throw that down. Now, for those who, again, are newer to this and you're just kind of popping in, what this promotion does, here we go, is we bet the risk-free first basket score. Got to make sure you guys opt in. Then if we lose our bet, which we're not going to because Jaren Jackson's going to score, but if we happen to, the reason that this is plus EV is we get a $25 in free bet at the bet settlement. So you guys will see we got a couple of free bets floating around. I got a couple right here that we'll be throwing down. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. You guys can tell me what to use my free bets on. And that actually, once you hit, in the long run, whether it's once, twice, 100 times, that's what ends up making this plus EV. So, oh, you can't see my screen. Well, anywho, we've just been chatting, so I guess if you guys want to see my screen, here, I'll pop it over again. This is my screen. You can see my bet slip. We have Jaren Jackson Jr. I'm getting called right now. Let me answer this later. Oh, it was a FaceTime. That was fun. We have the screen back up. Jaren Jackson Jr. to score. If you guys want to see the steps I took, basically you just go back to promotions. It's going to be on the main screen. You'll click over until you see the first basket score. And let's see. So those are all one-game parlay insurance. I want to address that too because one-game parlay insurance isn't fantastic on BetMGM because it does come back in a free bet and the requirements to get that payment are longer anyway. It's basically a combination of Fanduel and a DraftKings thing where the Fanduel is like, hey, you have to hit all but one, and like a DraftKings where it gets paid out in a free bet. So it's really not super plus EV. I guess it's still technically, but it's not something that we would recommend to y'all. There we go. Sorry about that. And then, yeah, so let's see. We got BetMGM. We got Caesars. Let me pop back over and we'll look at the chat, see if we have anything. Ooh, we got a number. Yeah, so opt in. Yes, as Sam said in the chat. Make sure you guys opt in to BetMGM. Awesome. Glad to hear it. Is that under player props? Got it. Yes, it is. So yeah, so on BetMGM, here, I'll go back there because it looks like we are on the OddsJam industry plan. So that is actually something, the OddsJam industry plan on how to pay for OddsJam. That is actually something to ask Sam about. We are on it together. I send him, I chip in a little bit for the plan, but we are actually currently splitting it because we both use OddsJam for this account. But I actually don't know if we are on the industry plan or not. He's the one who is navigating all that. So if you want to ask him, it sounds like he's in this chat. Maybe he can answer that question. But yeah. All right. So yes, it was under player props. Let me pop on back. So if we go over here, we go to BetMGM. Again, you guys kind of scroll over on the screen, whether it's on your app or on the computer. You find this Wednesday first basket score. You got to click it. Make sure you guys hit that opt-in. Once you hit that opt-in, this is going to take a minute. I already did it. I already did the opt-in. But once you guys hit that opt-in, then you should be good to play. So you click that opt-in, then you click bet now. The best way to go from there is you just pick whatever game you want. So whether it's Valanciunas, I actually don't even know who Valanciunas is playing for these days. That guy has been around the entire league. Or Jaren Jackson Jr., who's playing for the Grizzlies. So if I wanted to go bet on this again, now that you guys can actually see my screen. Sorry for taking so long with this. You guys click on the Grizz. There you go. This is still in my thing. Let's see. I know you don't like that. I'm not sharing my location with you right now. Freaking out at me. But yeah, so we're gonna load this up. We're going back here. Hopefully, you guys are following this process as we go. You can go over to player props. You can also just go down to all bets on whether it's on this main screen or wherever. But yeah, you go to player props. You guys should see all these different points, rebounds, whatever. But then you'll see which player will score the first field goal of the game. A really good way to make sure that you guys are doing this correctly is you'll see that little promotion tag right above. So if you're like, hey, I think I bet it, but I think I did something else. Like, I don't know, you ended up hitting Jaren Jackson total points for some reason. You just end up hitting the wrong one. But you will see the promotion tag. This goes for all the promotions on BetMGM. It's a nice little feature that they have. It's a good connection because if you're scrolling through your bets, right, this works both ways. One, it helps you find the promotion that you're looking for. But if you're also just, hey, I want to put a bet on the first field goal score of the game, then once you're here, you'll see that promotion tag and you're like, oh, well, I should take advantage of the promotion if I'm going to place the bet. So then you go back and hit that anyway. That's actually, I've wanted to bet on a Michigan State game before, and I went to go bet on the game and there was a promotion tag over it. And so I ended up being able to go opt into the promotion that I didn't even see and taking full advantage of it after the fact. So there we go. I hope that cleared up how to find that. I'm going to go back here so that you guys don't get the wormhole of death that I popped over to a couple of times. But yeah, I know I need that fiber, man. I got to get it. I got to get that high speed internet over here. Or maybe just I got to not hide in the farthest room from where my internet is. Maybe I'll move that around so we can get better internet back here. But do you guys want to help me make a bet in the chat? Do we still have enough people going on here? You guys want to help me make a same game parlay? I'll hang out for a sec. If you guys have any bets, any picks that you guys want to throw into the chat, say, hey, I like this, I like this, I like this. We can do one of two things. We can do the same game parlay on DraftKings. We can do one of those. Or we can do a or we can do a Caesar's bet over here. Just if you're like, I'm really confident in so-and-so, we can throw something down on that. So let me know in chat. Other than that, I think I've answered anything. I'll also keep this open just so we can keep chatting about any questions you guys might have, because like I said, I'll probably be on for another 4 minutes. If nothing else happens, I'll hang out for 4 more minutes till about 6:30. If we're still having questions and you guys are still throwing bets at me, then I'll continue to stay longer than that, but I'll stay at least until 6:30. So I'm trying to think. Do we have any fun stories? I just got this plant. That was really exciting. I'm not a big plant guy, but I'm trying to be. You know, I like to feel like I'm connected with the earth, even though I'm in a house, which is, the whole point of it is to separate you from the rest of the nature. But I did get this plant, which I'm pretty happy about. Sam keeps talking about a giveaway or something. Ooh, is he teasing us? Sam, what are you teasing? I may have missed a couple of those tweets. He did do a give. I don't know if you guys saw this the other day, if you guys were on the stream yesterday, but we did have a giveaway sneak in for Christmas, where it was talking about if you guys happen to actually pop on to our daily summary here. If you guys go check out our daily summary when it's posted every day. It was posted 42 minutes ago today. But if you go to PromoGuy.us, this is where we have all of our picks. So if you happen to pop on yesterday and then scroll on down, you would have seen down at the bottom that there was a little mini giveaway. It was just for, I think, $10, but he likes to sneak some things in there. He is a tease, but he almost always follows through on those things. Hey Dan, thanks for following, man. We appreciate it. We love that you've made a ton of money. That's what we're here for. If you've been following since the beginning, and you guys, if you're ever skeptical, I want to address this because one of my friends was mentioning something the other day, and they were like, yeah, I don't know. I see all those numbers, and I'm like, I put a couple bets down, and then I lost, and I got scared, and I ran. Listen, part of the process is that you will lose a few bets, right? Now, that's why we say build your bankroll in the beginning and only bet what you can lose. But one of the really cool things is if you follow us, you guys can actually see, and I'll share my screen here for this. Let's go to performance. This is something that's really cool. That's on our website, that's on our Twitter. And something that Dan's talking about is Dan said he's made a ton of money. If you guys follow us and if you're nervous about this, look at this. We've made 1,618 picks. That's a lot of picks, right? So you're going to win some, you're going to lose some. But look at this. Our monthly net, we made $1,000, $1,000, $1,200, $2,000, $1,500, $700, $1,800. And that's all with like most of these bets. We're not throwing down $100 bets. We're not throwing $200, $500 bets. These are all like 50, 25. Like, look at the bets we made today. The one I'm talking about is a $100 bet, and that won't even necessarily go into the spreadsheet because that's just something to get a jersey, right? That's not something that's calculable. But we're out here making like 25 bets, $10 bets, $50 bets. It's the fact that it's consistently and daily something that you can make money off of. So if you guys are interested and you're a little concerned, you're like, hey, I don't know exactly what to do. Look at that. We've made $28,000, almost $29,000 so far this year. If you've gotten a little bit luckier on the casino profit or maybe on some of your free bets that you throw down, if you've been following from the beginning, you may be up over 30,000 so far this year. That's pretty amazing. That's almost more than I make as a teacher. And that's pretty astounding, right? This is fantastic. You guys are making way more than minimum wage just on sports betting, and if you do it daily. All right, let's pop back to chat. Look at that loophole of death. Gosh, why do I do that? All right, we're back here. All right. Just saw Chris Middleton out for the Bucks. Who from the bench would pick up the slack? I mean, if we're thinking that the Bucks are just going to win, we want to talk about this? Oh, heck yeah, Dan. Love that you're a Michigan State fan. Heck yeah, man. That's fantastic. Hopefully we're gonna get this live in New York pretty soon. But love the commitment driving over to New Jersey. We're actually hoping to get some connections with a couple of those other New Jersey books. So, Dan, if you want to be our connection out there and you want to feed us some information on some of the bigger books over there, what's profitable, send us some promos because obviously we don't live out in Jersey. That's harder for us to get to. So if you want to give us some connections there, man, feed us some info. Love that. But love that you get to connect on the weekends. That's fantastic. The People's Parlay. Yeah. Oh, no. So, Arvon, I'm happy you brought that up. That is something I looked at right before. The People's Parlay on DraftKings is not profitable today. So if you did just the no vig lines for all of that. So let me step back. One of the problems with parlays, right? And one of the reasons that a lot of the boosts on parlays, whether it's like the DraftKings boost, so the People's Parlay, or like the Fanduel boost, the hockey parlay for today, one of the reasons that oftentimes they don't end up being profitable is because you take that edge. So the edge that the book has in its favor, and you compound it, right? And that's something we want to avoid. So it's got to be a really big boost in order to make it something that's profitable. So that's basically what we run into with the People's Parlay on DraftKings today, is if you take the no vig line for each of those, then it ends up being like plus 560, I think is when I calculated it out. And obviously it's just plus 500 on the on DraftKings today. So Tom, I am not the guy who runs the Twitter. That's my buddy Sam. We're good friends. We're good friends from Michigan State. So it's something where he gets so into running Twitter that he was like, hey, we want to get this YouTube up and running, and we want to have somebody connected with it. And I was one of his first followers, and I like talking to people on YouTube. So I decided I'd volunteer. I'd hop on. So I'm not the guy who runs the Twitter, but I see him every day. So kind of. No, I'm not the guy who runs the Twitter, but we are definitely connected. Let's see. Yeah. So yeah, Armand, I hope I answered the question on the People's Parlay. And again, now that was just something I did quick, a little bit of quick math. It's something you guys can do too. Um, but when I did that earlier today, it was honestly negative EV when I looked at it. But even if my math was a little bit off, it's certainly not something that's worth throwing a lot of money on. So Tom, you might be right about that. If that's true, so that is the promotion. And when I looked at it, so it was like plus 560 were fair odds. So if it is jumping up to plus 750 with the promotion, that would be something that's more profitable. Um, Maybe I just hit a wrong button when I was going through on the DraftKings because again I was kind of bouncing through um, after I got home today and I was trying to figure all that out. You know what? Let's do this together. You guys are on here. I'm gonna pop you guys over. We're talking about this DraftKings things. So if it is indeed, so like I said, the no vig line for that would be plus 560 ish. And so while their estimation of plus 500 isn't perfect, um, it would be close. So honestly, when I popped on and I was looking at that earlier, I thought they were saying that the final odds for the People's Parlay was plus 500. I'm like, that's minus EV. That kind of sucks. Um, it would make a lot more sense if it was plus 500 and that was their estimated fair line, and then they boosted it to plus 50%. Then that would be something that I would say just off of quick math in my head would be profitable. But probably not because it's so much longer odds. You're going from plus 560 is fair odds. Then it would be something that would be profitable, but probably not worth your full the max bet. I would say just generally off of like experience with this kind of thing, it looks like it would be something. Let me go opt in. Let's see. It'll take us over here. Are you gonna freak out at me? You gonna stay good? Stay good. Um, so if it is something that is boosted to plus 750, then yeah, I'll probably throw about $20 on it. That would be something based on our bankroll. It would probably be about 2 units. Okay, so yeah, so it's got a max bet of plus 50, and so I'm gonna go ahead and throw $20 on it. This is not something that I don't think Sam has gotten into this one. It's not something that he mentioned. But as we're talking through it, this is one of the cool things about a live is you guys pointed something out to me that when I was looking at it, it didn't look right. But there is that 50% boost. So yeah. So Tom, you're right. So it is yeah, plus 578 without the VIG. Right there you go. So it's plus 578 without the VIG. But that 50% boost puts it up to plus 750, which is profitable, but not a big bet. So we're going to leave this up to your discernation, but I'm going to go ahead, throw $20 on it. We'll see what happens. I like all these teams. Why not? If you guys want to follow me on this, let's go ahead and do it. It again, totally up to you because it is a longer odds bet. You need a lot to happen for this to hit, but if it hits, like we said, it pays out. I would not recommend the full max bet based on our bankroll, right? So based on that $1,000, that $10 unit that we use. All right, I'm happy that you guys asked these questions because this is good. Heck yeah. Anything else that you guys have? I'll hang out for another. There you go. Okay, so Sam just popped in saying optimal bet size would be about $25. It looks like he's running some calculations in the background. So I threw $20 on it. Optimal bet size based on our bankroll is 25. So again, bet what you can lose, bet what is according to your bankroll. But I'm happy. Look at that. Look at that. Things get pointed out. We make profitable bets. Let's hope we make some money off of that one. Cool. Awesome. All right. While we're hanging out, because I got 2 minutes, I'm going to pop back and forth. I'm just going to go make a same game parlay here real quick because why not? I want to have another one on the Hawks Magic. Anybody let's go ahead and do this. Anybody love to see it, Mr. Whizbang? Anybody have any favorite bets on this Hawks Magic game? Or any favorite players that they want to bet on? Because sometimes for some of these, like I've mentioned in the last video, sometimes it's fun to just kind of throw a bet down on your favorite player. And because there's no odds limit on that, that's important for this set. There's no odds minimum, so you can just go like, I don't even remember who was the favorite on this. Atlanta. So Atlanta's favored, and you could go Atlanta and then just Cam Reddish over 9.5 pretty easy. Look at that. We're at basically even odds. If you're like, hey, I don't want to do that one, you could say under 13.5. Boom, even odds. So you could do something like that. We could do, let's see, what else would be fun? Game line. We could just do something like half point spread or yeah, let's go over here. Ooh, a Hawks total points. We could say I like the Hawks to go over 105.5. Now it's got to be 3+ lines, so we could go those two and say that because we like the Hawks. And I'm just throwing this together, guys. If you have one that you like better than mine, feel free to shout it out again in chat. But I'll pop you guys over, show you guys the bet I'm making right now. So this is my bet. I've got just making this as we go. I'm going to hang out for another minute if you guys have any more questions that you want to throw at me. And so what this one is, I'm just making another same game parlay on DraftKings. This is that $10 promotion. There's no odds minimum, so you can throw a bunch of favorites in there. And so I'm going Hawks plus 3.5 at the first quarter. That should cover, right? First quarter, normally pretty close games before it gets crazy. Now, obviously, who knows? Betting's always unpredictable. But we're taking full advantage of what Vegas thinks. Hawks money line, and then what did I say? Over 105.5. So 106 or more points wins this for us with the Hawks total points. I'm going to go ahead and throw that one down. So let's do that. We got another one of these bets in for going toward that bet and get. Why aren't you going to? Oh, because I have the Magic plus 14. That's not going to work. So I'm going to throw $10 on there. And we now have, based on the one we did yesterday and the two we have today, or if you followed more from Sam, you have at least 3 bets toward that 20 that we're trying to get by the end of the week. So keep just throwing those down. I'm going to pop back to the chat. We got any more favorites? Sam, what did you pop in here? Oh, it's not going to show me, is it? Live chat. Oh, you're going to glitch out on me. Oh, did he delete it? Was he there and then gone? All right. That's fine. So, I am going to sign off for the day. We're going to continue to do this, though, guys. So, if there's any questions that you have, today was a little bit of a slow day, so we didn't have a ton of bets to talk about. But if there's ever any questions that you guys have about optimal bet sizing, which I wanted to put in the chat. Did I never copy that in here? I don't even know how to send that. I can read chat. Apparently I can't participate in chat. Shoot. Well, we'll include that in a future video. We'll talk more about optimal bet sizing, but I'm going to sign off for the night, y'all. I got to go make dinner still. So it was great talking to you. Great to meet you guys. Great talking with you, Dan and Tom and Brady. Appreciate the shout out. Arvant, good talking with you. Appreciate you bringing up a couple of good points. So I look forward to seeing you guys more in the future. I might be doing some of this. We might get a little bit of change of scenery because I will be traveling for Christmas. I'll be going home to see my family during Christmas break. So some of these videos might be from new scenes, new scenery. Maybe I'll do one from the slopes. That'd be kind of fun. But I will be signing off. So it was great seeing y'all. Good chatting with y'all. And let's go. Let's hit our bets.